I'm a writer, a role player, an artist. I make up stories in my head. I make up stories and people and places and things that aren't real and never will be. A lot of people think that I'm weird. I won't argue with them. I am weird. I'm different. Most people don't think like I do, and I don't think like them. This isn't about difference, though. This is about being a creator. That's what I call the people that make up stories, and people and places and things that aren't real and never will be. People who aren't creators don't understand. Sometimes even creators don't understand. I actually get terrified of telling people about this because I know what goes through someone's head when I tell them. Oh my gosh, this girl is crazy. She doesn't know what she's talking about. They're just characters. They're not real. So the people that think that, go ahead. I may be crazy or insane or whatever, but I know I'm not the only one that feels like this. I've spoken to so many other creators that have felt the same way about their characters. My characters are like imaginary friends. They talk to me all the time. They never shut up, actually. I'll be trying to sleep and they'll start talking to each other, to me. It isn't like I'm hearing actual voices in my head. I know it's just my brain working and making up stuff, but my subconscious mind is doing it. I've gotten so used to thinking like them while I'm writing them that they just take over a part of me, and after a while, they just don't leave. So, yeah, I do tell people that my characters have a mind of their own. I do tell people that they think for themselves and that I don't make them do anything. I give them a situation and they handle it themselves. I can't possibly expect everyone to understand. I don't even expect the majority to understand. I do pity them, though. People who aren't creators. My little sister, for example. She doesn't write or draw or make up stories or people or places or things that aren't real and never will be. I can't help but think how lonely that would be. My head is always working. My mind is always coming up with new scenarios, and my characters are always responding. I can't even imagine what it would be like to hear even a moment of silence, let alone never hearing anything at all. I don't have friends at my new school. There are nice people there that talk to me and will have conversations, but they're polite conversations, formal conversations. I can't tell them what's going on. I can't tell them a funny story I heard or an idea that I thought of. I can't talk to anyone at school at any point of the day. Well, I could, but it wouldn't be on the friendship level. It would be on the I just met you and I don't want you to think I'm a freak level, which of course counts me out of discussing stuff like stories and roleplay, which I do all the time. I get very lonely at school. The only people that I can talk to are my characters. I will admit I do talk to them out loud sometimes just for the sound of a voice, but most of the time I talk to them in my head. When I do this, I call it retreating. When I draw a picture of my characters interacting together, even though they're from different stories, I call it being in retreat. It is, quite simply, my safe place. Something that I find sad is that a lot of people have characters that have so much potential. The writer has so much promise. Their writing is detailed, fluent, easy to read, but they don't listen to their characters. Anyone can pick up a pen and learn to write. They can learn how to think up a story and some characters and write them all down so they fit together. Something you can't learn, though, is how to listen. Your characters are speaking to you. They are standing there in front of you, begging you to see them. They want you to know everything about them. They want you to see them just as much as you want to be seen by everyone else. You can call me crazy, but you'll be calling, at the very least, 4 other people that are just as crazy as me. If I, a socially awkward teenage girl, knows 4 people that feel this way, then surely there are more of them out there. People that don't make up stories and people and places and things that aren't real and never will be don't understand. They don't understand how much our characters mean to us. They are the only things in the world that we know for sure will rise up when we need them, whenever we need them. They are comfort, drive, support, anything you need them to be, they will be for you. And I'm not saying that they'll ever replace real friends, real people. Friends and family are people to be loved even more than your characters. I'm afraid of talking. I'm afraid of other people hearing me and laughing or thinking I'm stupid. I've never been able to give a speech in front of more than 2 people without feeling my stomach twist and my hands shake and my heart pound. However, I have a character who can do things like that easily. Her name's Spider. She's always been treated like crap, locked away for almost her entire life, even though she did nothing wrong. But even though she was mistreated so horribly, she's never been afraid of what people thought of her. She was never scared of talking to anyone and saying what she thought out loud. Whenever I talk to someone, or many people, I always imagine her standing behind me. It gives me confidence that I wouldn't be able to find otherwise. Characters are fun. They're like an excuse to have imaginary friends. They make me happy in a really weird way, in ways that people just can't do. I felt the need to explain this because I always feel like laughing when people say, but it's your character. You can make them do whatever you want. They don't understand. I can't make them do whatever they want. If I make them do something that they don't want to do, it's not them. And they gripe at me about it because I know it's not them. I wanted to do this recording because I wanted to say that I felt this way about my characters. I know a lot of other people that think the same way. People who aren't like that just don't understand sometimes. So I wanted to let you all know. Our characters mean something to us. They're like weird imaginary friends that have a life and lies and love. I was scared to tell people about this because it's not normal. It is to me though, and I'll try not to be afraid of what people say because no matter what you say, no matter how crazy you think I am, I will always think of my characters like that, and I will always be sad for those who don't know this.